And I generally get there in the end, but the Lord said to me, Ben, we don't have time to get there in the end. And I saw a vision this morning while I was praying of an aircraft, but they hadn't tightened all the nuts and bolts on the aircraft. And the thing had to go very slowly because the nuts and bolts were not tightened. And the Lord said, we are slower than we should be at Tree of Life because the nuts and bolts aren't tightened. We need to tighten some nuts and bolts up and do things quicker and be stronger. And part of that is just listening. And so, 2 Corinthians 10 verse 8, let me just give you some of what Paul said. He said, though I should boast somewhat more of our authority, which the Lord have given us for edification and not for your destruction, I should not be ashamed. What's Paul saying there? He says, look, I might be boasting about me too much. Oh, you're talking about you again, Paul, are you? Paul an apostle, Paul this, Paul that. You're talking about yourself too much here, Ben. But our authority builds you up. It doesn't tear you down. In other words, if you understand what God's called me to do, you'll be better for it, not worse. What I do as a pastor doesn't tear people down. When I say, look, you can't have two people living together in the worship team, that's not tearing anyone down. That's building people up. That's opening up your church to see the glory of God manifest.